Trisha Paytas. Oh. How do I keep starting these videos with Trisha with like a sigh? It's because I don't know how to start them anymore any other way. Trisha. We're gonna be talking about Trisha again. Okay, so first of all, we have to get a Red Bull in me, because it's necessary. I don't think I can say Trisha Paytas has broken her silence anymore. I like saying that whenever people, you know, speak out, like, oh, they broke their silence. Like, Tana Mojo breaks silence, James Charles breaks silence, Shane Dawson breaks silence. A hair just went into this. I'm not loving that, honestly. Bitch, where are you? I love saying, blank breaks silence, but with Trisha, I don't think I can say it anymore because it's just a continuous breakage of silence. In the sound of silence. Do you remember that song? I studied it for GCSE and I failed. Do you want the truth? I failed. Cheers. But do you remember it? It was like, hear the sound of silence. It was so dramatic. Just what's going through my head right now. Oh my god, allegedly Bear has seen better days. He's looking kind of rough today. Put those shades down and you'll be fine, boy. Before we get into it, we need to give a little bit of context. So, if you're a long-time watcher of my channel over the past couple of months, you will know that Trisha Paytas has constantly been supporting Shane Dawson and speaking up in his defense. Now, my opinion on that is I knew Trisha Paytas was going to do that because it's Trisha Paytas, also she's Shane Dawson's friend, but I think it's kind of expected that she was going to do that, but do I agree with it? I think it's easier to stay silent when you're someone's friend. Like, I have no connections to Shane Dawson, I have no connections to Trisha Paytas. That's something I want to get into as well. Don't worry, that's coming. This video is like the juiciest video I've done in a long time because like, so much happened within... We'll get to it. So now that you know that Trisha's been non-stop like defending Shane, like she attacked the Sanders Kennedy guy who did the videos about Shane. Here's my thing as well. I love watching commentary videos, I love watching drama videos, but where it crossed the line, in my opinion, and everyone agrees with Sanders Kennedy, was he was making up allegations, basically saying that there was an open investigation with Shane, he said some things about Trisha, and I think you speak about public knowledge, you know what I mean? Like, journalists will speak about public knowledge, so you speak about public knowledge. My videos are me speaking about public knowledge. And mostly, the thing about my channel that's so dope is it's just an open conversation with me and my viewers, and sometimes we just like to talk shit. And so I would hope that sets my channel aside a little bit, but then again, like, we're all doing the same thing, so. Everyone's doing the same thing as commentary channels. I'm not, let's not get into Sanders. Oh. And Trisha also attacked Sanders Kennedy, who's a drama channel, for making up these allegations against Shane whenever he did them. Now, Sanders has been on, this video's not about Sanders. So Trisha Paytas uploaded a video called "The Internet Sucks!" Like screaming, "Sucks!" without Shane Dawson. Big rant. And the video is 21 minutes and 50 seconds long. Now, within that time frame, she attacks everyone. Literally, she attacks everyone. And the thing about Trisha is that she's saying about all these people who are making videos on Shane, making videos on her, making videos like commentary, drama videos, are just like, you know, filled with hate and all. I'm gonna pull the Uno reverse card because in this video, she was really angry. So, like, what Trisha was saying, I was talking to my friend who's a drama channel, and we were just, like, laughing at this. Trisha was, like, coming at the commentary channels, and she was like, y'all are just so filled with hatred, and so hateful. And she's, like, screaming in this video. Sorry. I just had to say that. Okay, sorry. Okay, let's get to it. Just had to throw that. I think I just swallowed the hair that went in my drink. Oh my god, flashback to July. I have made notes of everything that Trisha has talked about in this video. This is the first video I've done of this in a long time, just because this video was so, like, just drama-filled. For no reason. I mean, I knew when I read the title that it was gonna get messy, but I didn't think it was gonna get this messy. But then again, it's Trisha Paytas, so. Trisha starts by saying that she's longtime friends with Shane Dawson, as we know. She says she doesn't want to bring Shane's personal business into this, and that Shane is the best guy. Okay. We've talked about this before. That's your perception, okay? People are allowed to have their own perceptions. We have this conversation all the time where we say most of the people who are speaking out now, actually probably the loudest people who are speaking up now, were people that were supporters or watched or liked the videos or whatever like that, because they're now seeing a past that they only saw this much of and they're being exposed to all of it, and it's kind of like a wake-up call where you're like, I've been supporting this POS. Piece of shit. So that's a wake-up call, and I think your perception can be really nice, but then bringing down someone else by saying, oh, you can't have yours because I have... Right? And me and my friend Will were talking about this, where we were like, people are allowed to be a fan of someone or even support them and then see way more of the stuff that they did not know was there and then be like, time to change. Isn't that like the normal human reaction to that? I think the issue is when you see that and like the continuous behavior and you're like, I do not see, I do not see, bye Trishy's fishies. So Trisha then starts getting emotional in this video, but then it is Trisha, so that was expected. She did not cry though, no kitchen floor moment right here. Oh my god, I'm on the floor. Whoa. Whoa. I hated that. She says that the hate campaign against Shane earlier this year was not deserved. Try holding him accountable, but Shane has apologized so many things. Now, let's get to this. So Trisha backing herself up by saying Shane has apologized so much for all these things. Did Trisha watch Shane's taking accountability video? Because in that video he says that he's only ever apologized out of fear and wanting it to go away. So that argument isn't there, Trisha. My voice kind of went, Trisha. Oh my god, cursive. Why have I keep watching TikToks? So, I don't know about her defending her point about the hate campaign against Shane was so bad, and that try hold him accountable, but he's apologized so many times, because Shane said himself that he's only ever apologized out of fear. And in his taking accountability, if you want to say that, oh, he did that video, he very much so didn't address anything. But that's the tea. She said that Shane has not made jokes since she has known him. Again, saying her experience. Listen, I'm not here to say that's true or fake, whatever, so she said it and we're just gonna go with it. Then she goes in reference to what Shane has done. Yeah, it's gross, whatever, just move on. Ooh, getting a little bit feisty. I feel like people will move on whenever they see actual change, which could happen. Can it? Let me be positive. Which could happen. But here's the thing, right? If the taking accountability video was really good, this would have been a completely different situation. We're all aware of that. And who made that video? Him. So, he did it to himself. And she said about why aren't we holding other people accountable, then brings up David Dobrik and the stuff that he's done. I've done a video talking about that. I said that keep the same energy for everyone. It's not that hard. So, I do agree with her on everyone needs to be held accountable. But that doesn't mean, Trisha, that it can just distract from your best friend. That's the difference. Then Trisha says, Shane is YouTube. Shane is the most talented and creative in the world. Shane is so empathetic. That was like my announcement voice. I love when people call themselves an empath or other people are like, yeah, they're an empath. Woo! Stop claiming yourself as it. I saw this thing and I was watching a video. Can't remember who it was, but they were like, if you have to say that you've done a nice thing more than 3 times, it's no longer a nice thing. And I was like, damn. It's true. Also saying Shane is YouTube is quite funny because the thing is, in the moment with the hype and everything like that, I'm speaking for myself. Whenever I was in school, all people did was talk about Shane's documentaries and stuff. And I remember the ones that I watched, I enjoyed. But here's why I enjoyed them. Because they're vlogs. They're vlogs. Let's be fucking clear. These docuseries are vlogs. They're glamorized, long vlogs. Okay. Now that we have that out of the way. Then Trisha says that she hates it when people say they're empathetic, but then goes on to say that Shane is. Good. Love it. That's hot. Yes. Then she goes on to say that she can't wait for Shane's comeback, so this is from like an insider of Shane Dawson update, that Shane Dawson's comeback's happening. And then she goes on to say something that's really interesting, right? We all know that YouTube demonetized his channel. I don't know if it's remonetized or anything. I don't know what's happening there. And then Trisha says, now keep in mind Trisha is a close friend of Shane, that she can't wait for his comeback, even if it's not a YouTube video or on his YouTube channel, but a comeback. If this is that damn movie, that horror movie that I'm so excited to see. See, I think it was really interesting Trisha saying that because it definitely alludes to the fact that maybe Shane, honestly, I'm gonna say a bizarre prediction. Y'all can quote me. Shane Dawson will not return to YouTube. Shane Dawson is working, this is just, this is fucking my brain thing. Thoughts. My brain thoughts. That Shane will probably create his own media, like, website. Doesn't that make sense? Because then he'd be going by his own rules. I feel like it could happen. It's not unrealistic. Well, it could be. Again, it's just
Allegedly.
my thoughts. And Trisha says that she cannot wait for the fake-ass bitches to come back around again and praise him when he's on top. But the behavior will still be there, so they can still... Yes, mob mentality. Then she says something that's very interesting. She dates back to the conspiracy launch and she said when he was on top, everyone loved him. You know why? Because everyone believed that this was a changed, new, improved person. But it was a character, right? Or was it not?
Allegedly.
I'll let you make your mind up on that. Then Trisha goes on to say something that's just like... she goes... Trisha defends Shane by saying, hold people accountable like holding Logan Paul accountable because he pushes his dog off a boat for content. Now, this was literally a video of them recording their dog and their dog jumped into the water on the boat. They were on the boat, dog jumped off the boat into the water. It's very clear the dog jumped off. So, her using that as an example, I feel like you could have used a lot of better things as an example, even just with Logan Paul, you know what I mean? It's just this constant, like, deflection, you know what I mean? Like, if you're so innocent, stop trying to deflect everything. Don't talk about Shane, talk about David. Don't talk about Shane, talk about Logan. Don't talk about, you know what I mean? Everyone should be held accountable on the same level. Like, there's, like, a thing, but then with, like, sub-genre of things that happen in someone's career that they, like, profit off of, I think you, like, judge what to do next. And James Charles said something, which I always reference, and he's like, see if it's a pattern of behavior or if they've changed and just, you know, choose if you want to support that person. You can have supported them and then choose not to support them. It's not that deep, babe. Then she says there's some evil, vile people on the internet who need to be cancelled. Take with that what you will. Then she references it back to Jenna and Julian. Keep my precious baby name out your mouth. I love Jenna and Julian. Basically saying about how Jenna left and then isn't coming back and all, but I think that's completely different than Shane. Just in my opinion.
Allegedly.
I couldn't find it. Then Trisha says that she refuses to be cancelled and she refuses to move on. Trisha says that she's pushed ignorance in the past, but no one deserves to be cancelled. Then Trisha comes for Sanders Kennedy and also Peter Mon. Now, I don't know what the drama is there. I reached out to my friend and she was telling me and she was like, yeah, Peter and Trisha had drama in the past and like this. And this is my thing, right? I don't know, nor really care to know what happened between them. I don't care for commentary or drama channels having personal relationships with the people they talk about because then they're biased, right? If you're friends and talk and get your sources from James Charles, you're gonna be very pro James Charles. If you're best friends with Trisha, you're gonna be pro Trisha. If you're best friends with Jeffrey, if you're getting sent Jeffrey's PR, you're gonna love Jeffrey. So it's like, people always commented on my videos referencing other people and they'd be like, you're doing this different than this person because you're not being pro this person. And I'm like, yeah, because like they get text messages from that person. But I don't want that. You know why? Because then I feel like I would be, even if I wasn't planning on doing it or thinking I was doing it, subliminally, you're being biased towards them. That you want to support them because they're your friend through this weird parasocial relation. You know what I mean? But that being said, my encounters with Peter Mon have been amazing. Peter Mon has treated me with the utmost respect and has been the nicest ever to me. Now, I don't really have that much time nowadays to watch YouTube because I'm back in college and I'm making YouTube videos full time. But I do love watching a Peter Mon video here and there. You know why? Because he's a bundle of joy. But Peter has just been so nice to me. Sorry to make this like an infomercial for someone. I'm not getting paid, you know what I mean? Just talking here. Peter's been so nice to me and I don't know what he did to Trisha, nor am I gonna really look into it. So I'm not really gonna comment any further, but all I'll say is the stuff that she said about him in her video was not necessary. And I'm all for defending yourself, and I don't know what he said against you, Trisha, but the stuff you said was really nasty. And it's like, this video came across way more nasty than any drama channel, commentary channel, journalist, anything I've ever seen. And you managed to do that within a 22-minute long video, so slay. You know what I mean? Like, what am I supposed to say about that? Hi, oh my god, I forgot to talk about this and I just wanted to add this in. So, Trisha also talks about, and I don't know why I forgot to mention this, about that people were starting as if Shane Dawson had passed away. on Twitter, trending it. And whenever I saw that, my heart dropped. Because I was like, I don't wish that on anybody. People did it with Gabby Hanna. You don't wish that on people. Like, I don't fuck with that at all. I'm making it very clear that I don't condone any of that. And I know this is just like me saying this and it has no real impact, but I'm just saying, like, Trisha brought that up and I want to make sure that I am agreeing with her on this. She said that people were starting these trends on Twitter to the fact where she thought it was real because she kept seeing it, that Shane Dawson, you know, had done something or whatever. And whenever I saw it as well, my heart dropped. And I saw one on Gabby Hanna, and my heart also dropped on that as well, because I was like, you know, there's a fine line on social media that a lot of people cross, and I'm just making it very clear that whenever that happened, back in July, people doing these tweets about Shane, I immediately, and this was in like the peak, I immediately jumped on Twitter to defend him in terms of, I said, this is not funny, nor has it ever been funny, and I was like, no one needs this. Like, no one needs this to be said. I hopped on immediately, so don't come at this like fucking, you know, like, hateful, because if someone really, like, if someone pushes that boundary, I have no problem being like, listen, I no longer want to support Shane Dawson, but you're fucking out of line for that. And I agreed with what Trisha said on that. So, just throwing that in again. Okay. Bye. Oh my god, my light went off. Showtime's over. I mean, the curtain's closed. I'm a mess. So guys, what's your opinion on getting this Shane Dawson update and also Trisha speaking her mind? Because it's just...
Allegedly.
Just felt like an allegedly moment. I love doing that. I don't know about this one, Chief. I don't know about it.